Hello and welcome back to Palm Tree Budgets. I know that I have not done a video in well over a year. I was doing my cash stuffing and it was going really well, and then I stopped and it wasn't going so well. However, I have started again since January and I've been doing really well this time, and I'm hoping to keep it up. My partner Ross is also really into it. He's liking how it's going, so yeah, it's feeling really positive this time. And we've got so many different priorities, but we've managed to, that's not the right thing, we've got so many different categories that we're cash stuffing, but we've managed to sort out our priorities and make sure they are getting what they need before we go anywhere else. But anyway, I've been doing videos on TikTok about my cash stuffing journey, but some of them ended up being like 10 minutes long. So I thought, you know what, let's start YouTube again and go from there. My short videos can go on TikTok and my longer videos can go on YouTube. And with me restarting, I thought I'd show you my newest setup, because my last setup is so much different from the setup I've got now. So yeah, and also, even if you do follow my TikTok, I'm making some changes as I do this video, because I've got some new things to start and some changes I just want to make in general in my binders. So let's go for a run through of my binders. So starting with my weekly binder, this double ups as my purse as well. It's just an A6. I searched into Amazon A6 binder purse, and this is what came up. And you know what? It's been an absolute game changer. I have lots of nice purses, but this one has actually really helped me stay focused. So let's have a quick look through this purse. Watch me open it backwards. I did. I opened it backwards. So this purse not only comes with obviously the binder parts here, but you've got your big section here for if you want to put some cash or anything in there. You've got your coins, you've got card slots, and then at the back as well, you've got your card slots and another pouch for cash. Now in this, the first thing that's here is our roll the dice. I don't know if you can see that properly. Sorry, my camera's at such an awkward angle. But yeah, I'll roll the dice. Now this, if each month we try and put away at least 50 to go into the binders, and we use this to help us. So I call it challenge money, but I don't just stick to the challenge binder, I stick to this. And it's just as simple as it sounds. I roll the dice and it chooses the category. And then in each of those binders, I then also have another roll the dice. So that if I get to, say, Christmas, I don't have to go, oh, which one's it going? The roll the dice will do that for me. But yeah, we do this for challenges, but then also if we've got any money left over at the end of each shopping week, we then use it for that if we've got nowhere in particular that we want it to go. But it's been really helpful. Ross really enjoys doing this with me, so it's nice to be doing something together like that. And then at the start of my purse, I will always have my week one shopping, well, whatever week we're on, shopping wallet. So we've just done week 2. We will be doing week 3 shop tomorrow. And in there I've got whatever we've had left over. Now we tend to budget £80 a week for shops for me and Ross. Just then, if we've got any extra, it's great. If we don't, then we know we're not worrying about it, because we used to have 60 and it was always really tight, or we'd always go well over that. So that budget clearly wasn't working for us. 80, it's been very rare that we've actually used the full 80. Now it might be that we've only got a couple of pounds spare after, but you know, it's still a couple of pounds spare. But so far we've got £30 spare that we haven't touched, sorry, and today's the last day, and so far we can't think of a need for it. So yeah, it looks like a binder or something is going to be getting a nice replenish there. Next in this, I have my household and toiletries. That obviously covers toilet roll, shampoo, conditioner, toothpaste, but then also, you know, like cleaning supplies, black sacks, all that kind of stuff. Just because we used to put this money in with that money, and clearly that wasn't working. So we now set aside a certain amount each month for that. And then I have petrol. I'm not quite sure why I have this in here because I never draw out petrol. I always get it I always do a pay at the pump. So there's no point in me keeping this in here anymore. Now what I do, I've recently got a new car and it's so much more fuel efficient than my last car. So what we are doing with that is setting £100 aside for petrol every month, but then whatever I don't spend of that is then going into the car binder ready for its MOT or service. Next up, we've got cats. Now in here, we've got 2 separate wallets. We've got the cat litter and the cat food. We're just little, all these in here are little things that I've made. I do sell most of these on mine and my sister's page called Get Stuff Lara, so feel free to check that out. But yeah, we've got a cat food little divider and a cat litter divider in there. Again, that was money we used to put just in with the groceries and expect to get all this for £60 a week. Don't ask why we thought that, but you know. And then a buffer, and now that is just to, for whatever reason, if we go over with household or cats, then that's there. Or if sometimes, you know, you just have unexpected last minute plans, that is there for us to then use if we need to. But yeah, that is, this binder has been such a saver. I always feel a bit of a plonker getting out at the shops because it is so big. However, it's what works for me, and yeah, really helpful, that one. So that is the weekly. Moving on to the monthly, I have in here just the other weeks that we are going to use. So obviously we'll have week 3 and 4, and then somewhere else in here we'll have, or we should have, week 1. Oh yeah, that's some. I will put that back in a second. We have week 3. Now week 3 has £80 and it has a lot of pound coins this time, and the reason for that is this is all pound coins I got from when I did a craft fair, and I just thought our local bank is quite a while away, or it's just a faff to get to, so we thought we'd put the pounds in here because we do part of our shop at Aldi and then part of our shop at Asda, so we can just use this on the self scans, and then we're not having to make some poor person behind the counters faff with lots and lots of coins. But yeah, again, so that was week 3, week 4, and then we've got an emergency fund in monthly. We only started that a couple of months ago, and so far we haven't had to touch it. However, it's just there if we need to, and that isn't like, oh, we've accidentally spent £5 more in the food shop than we should have. This is for like cat needs emergency vet care, washing machines gone, cars gone, you know, that kind of thing. And so far we've got 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 20, 30, 40. Ooh! So we've got 150 in that wallet. And you know what? It's just such a nice feeling having a fallback. So I think we could a little amount that we can fall back onto, just if we need it. And I've never had that. I've always been terrible with money, so it's just a nice feeling to have that. So our next most important binder at the minute is our holiday binder. Now this is important because we are going to Florida next August. It's for my mum's 60th. She really wants to go to Florida, and she and my stepdad have been so kind as to pay for the flights and accommodation for her husband, me and my partner, my brother and his family, my sister and her family. So it's not going to be as much in here as, you know, maybe a normal Florida trip will be, but it's still going to be quite spicy, you know, pricey. What is up with me today? It's going to be quite pricey. So we started this at the end of last year, and we're doing all right so far. We've just bought, my goodness, our passports today. Ross's ran out last year, and I've never had an adult passport. So yes, we ordered them the other day, and that was also such a nice feeling. Again, we've got a roll the dice in here, and it's got each of these categories at the start of the roll the die, so that if we get onto that, if we're not sure where to go, that's going to help us. And in here we've got a section for passports. Again, we don't need that. It was all online, but we've got that if we need it. This is a bundle that I bought, by the way. I've not made this one. This one was from, I believe, Stressedmumsclub. Really good shop. We've got quite a lot there. I bought my sister's starter bundle from there as well, and she's got right into it too. So really good shop. I would check that out if you haven't already. Next, it goes on to holiday clothes. Now, in each of these wallets, you do get the little dashboard here, but then it also has a tracker for each section. Oh my God, I am so sorry. Section. And then you get to choose how much each one is worth and what you're saving. Now, my idea with this is we're going to just go and go and go until we've filled it. And then once we've filled it, we'll rub it off and we'll go again if we can, that kind of thing, just so we've got as much money as possible. So holiday clothes, me and Ross both need holiday clothes because at the minute all we have are winter clothes. Well, winter clothes and just clothes that are really UK ready, not, you know, Florida ready. So absolutely need UK new clothes. I am so sorry. I don't know what is up with me today. Airport spends, self-explanatory. This one came with some icons, so instead of colouring it in, you just cross them off as you go. Again, we're going to fill it up. Then once we've done, if we get a chance to do it again, we will go again. Which I think, is this the one we already have? This might be the one that we've already gone again in. I lied, it's not. So yeah, excursions. This is the one where we've gone again because the excursions are going to pay for our actual park tickets. Let me just see. Yes, so we've got in there 120. So we've already been once, and then I believe at the back of this, I just put a little mark. Ooh, can't tell which way I am. Just put a little mark there just to show that I've done it once already. And then in here we've got accommodation. Again, we're not paying for accommodation, but we're getting a villa just outside the parks. So we are going to put all our money in there for food for when we're not eating out and just things like that. And then flights and transport. Again, flights already paid for, but this is when me and Ross want to go and look around ourselves because we don't have to be. We're going for, I think, 10 days, 14 days. But obviously we won't want to spend the whole time in the parks. But yeah, a nice little holiday binder going on there. Now, next up is my favourite binder because this is my favourite time of year. Now, this binder is from Emsbudgett. Emsbudgett, and it's just such a cute little design. You've got your Christmas savings there, and then again on the front, and a little conch down here. So cute. And in this, one of the things that came with it is this little checklist, which is really cute. I like that. But yeah, one of my favourites, again, roll the dice. Now the categories in here, it came with just a general Christmas savings, each tree at the back of each, oh my goodness, there's a glare on my phone. Each tree is £10. Now I've only got one lot of £10 in there, but the rest of the binder is filling up nicely. I've got gifts, self-explanatory. This one is not part of the bundle that I got from Emsbudgett. This is from Lily Rain Designs, and I adore this. This is so cute. Me and Ross want to make advent calendars for each other this year, so we've got a little budget for that. Hopefully this will save 240. And again, same scenario. If we get time, we will fill it in again, but I doubt we will. It did come saying it saved 300, but we just thought 240 was a more reasonable budget for us. Obviously, if you know, when you buy this, it's entirely up to you what you do, and that's the beauty of it. It can come with those savings on, but there's nothing saying you have to get those savings. We go on to the food shop, self-explanatory. We're at Mum's for Christmas this year, but this will cover snacks at home, maybe a breakfast if we want breakfast, that kind of thing. Decorations, clothes, activities, hot chocolate, ice skating, Christmas markets, that kind of thing. Card and gift wrap is already fully funded. I've already done that once, and I'm just going through again. I doubt I'll need more than the 35 I've allocated myself there. 35? 45. 45 that I've allocated there. I've actually got 50 in there, but it's there if I need it, because last year we were just very much like, oh, I'm running out of gift wrap. And by the time we realised we didn't have the money for more. So, and then extras, we've not got anything in there yet, but I love that little tracker. It's so cute. Now, this one is getting a new tracker because I was making some trackers the other day, and I needed one more space to fill whilst I was making them. So I've got some more wallets here, but I made for the cats a little savings for their Christmas presents, because we always get them something for Christmas. I've got 2 black cats called Jelly and Casey Bean, so I just thought I made this one for their Christmas presents. I thought it was really cute. It saves 30. Each icon's £5. But yeah, I like that. So let's get this into the binder. Here we go. Next up, we've got our new home binder. Now, this is it is an important one to us, but we don't see it happening in the next year, possibly not even the next 2 years. We are just slowly saving, because our main plans are, our top 3 priorities are paying off debts, which we're doing really well. We've already paid off 2 of our 8 debts in the past since January, and next month we'll have 3 paid off, so we're doing really well with that. But yeah, this is just a binder I've got for the new home when we can finally focus on it. So obviously we had debts, we've got the holiday that really needs saving for, and then for me, Christmas is always going to be a priority because I love Christmas. So yeah, it's just got these nice little vellum wallets. I cannot remember where I bought these from. I'll have to find out and see if I can link them in the description. But yeah, it's got a deposit. We've got furniture, decoration, legal, and miscellaneous. Now these at the minute have only got money in from Roll the Dice, because we did have some savings in the bank, but then my car went at the beginning of the year. My old car, sorry, I've just hit the microphone. My old car went at the beginning of the year, and unfortunately we did have to take what savings we had for the house from there. But now we've got an emergency fund and we've got this, so that should not be an issue. Next up, seasonal. We've got Mother's Day, Easter, Father's Day, and Halloween. Obviously, we don't have a Christmas in here because Christmas has its own binder. And do you know what? I've loved it this year, because we have not. There's four mothers to buy for between us. There's my mum, his mum. We've then got who I call my common mum, which is my dad's partner. We call her a common mum because she's from Barnsley, and I don't know why I call her that. It's just, well, I do know. It's because she's from Barnsley, and I don't know where it started, is what I meant to say. But yeah, and then we've also got Ross's dad's fiance that we buy for. And it's just been so lovely, because even though we ticked all this off and I didn't redo it or anything, we actually had £100 saved. Now, normally it'd be like a £10 each kind of situation, but we managed to get a nice bunch of flowers and a garden ornament for the common mum. Awful to say, doesn't it? But then we also got his mum some sweets, card, and then we also paid for me, Ross, her, and Ross's sister and niece to have dinner with her. And then we got my mum a charging port that she wanted, and then I took her and my 2 nieces out for lunch with that money. So it did really well. Obviously, Easter, we've again another one we had fully funded, and I managed to get all of our nieces and nephews 2 Easter eggs each, and that is, I've got 2 nieces that are my sister's children, a niece and nephew that are my brother's children, and then Ross's sister has a child as well. So it was so nice to get them all something, and then we even got ourselves a little treat. Got an egg each, and then we've also had some extra money to go towards a bakery that we love that does Easter products too. Father's Day, we've already started saving there. That'll be the next big push, because obviously Mother's Day and Easter are done, and then Halloween / autumn. I love Halloween, and I do decorate. I live in a flat and we don't get any trick-or-treaters, but I still love to decorate. But I went on a bit of a rage queen end of last year, beginning of this year, and binned a lot of stuff, so we need to resave for some new decorations. Whew, we're getting there, guys, we're getting there. Now the next 2 binders, I won't go into too much detail. It's just mine and Ross's own binders for our current things. Ross has a lot less than me because he's very much, he likes his computer and games. But then we've got the usual stuff in, like medical, shoes and clothes in both of them. Ross has the cinema trip because he does like to go to cinema with his mum a lot. I'm not a cinema person. The chairs are not good for my back, so I tend to just wait until the film's out if I want to see it. In mine, again, I've got lots of different things. Computer, I've just bought a brand new computer, my nice new desk mat for it, but so I don't really need that anymore. Why is there £10 in there? £10 was meant to go into clothes, and then last roll the dice video. Not video, but last time we rolled the dice. These are little envelopes that I was making when I first started trying. I'm probably going to change them eventually, just because they're all uneven and whatnot, but they're nice for now. Stationery, I'm a stationery lover. I also have a weight loss one because I am trying to lose weight, and I'm doing quite well with that so far. But yeah, that's our binders. So next binder is pet care. In there we've got pet care, insurance and miscellaneous, self-explanatory. Whatever we don't use on the pet shop in each month does go towards there. The car insurance, a new one, even though I've just got that. So if we ever do a roll the dice and it goes on to new, we've got 2 options. Either it goes to when I need a new one after this one, or it goes off to paying the finance that I got it on. So that's that. And again, any petrol that we don't spend will then be put into here, probably in service or MOT. After speaking to my dad yesterday, the plan is to do its MOTs in October, and then 6 months later I'll do the service, and then 6 months later it'll be MOT. So the car's looked at every 6 months, and it just makes it last a bit longer. But yeah, that's the car binder. Almost there, guys. The next binder we have is the challenge binder. Now this one I might make some changes to now because there's an awful lot in there. Yeah, there's just an awful lot in here. So we've got the roll the dice. Now the cube is, you've probably seen the cubes going around on TikTok or whatever, but we've got one of these cubes that we put money into. So even if we've just got anything spare and we just think, don't want to do a roll the dice, we'll just put it in here. Or when we have money for this challenge here, it is the 2025 challenge by Budget with Ira. That all goes into here too. Now the aim is to do this to the end of the year. If it's full, we'll smash it and then count it. If not, we'll carry on going. But then it's either going to go onto debt payoff if we haven't finished paying off debts by the end of the year, or it'll all go to Disney / Christmas, depending on when we do break it open. But yeah, in the challenges, we've got a birthday one. Now that is one I bought before I made my birthday binders, which I'll talk about in a second. So we can use this one for friends because we don't have birthday binders for friends. Got an anniversary one which we haven't started. Our anniversary is in August, so that does need to be started soon. We've got the 100 envelope challenge. I bought these in my first round of cash stuffing when I first started it. Now I would love to do this challenge, but right now is not the time. So I think for now, this one's going to go. I've got like a little tray that I got 2 trays for my birthday. One that I put cash in when I'm ready to stuff it, and the other one at the minute's got any challenges that I get as freebies when I order, or any that I've made for the shop. They're just slot in there, so that'll be where they go off camera. Next, we've got emergency funds. Now we've got an emergency funds in our monthly binder, so I don't need this anymore. It came as a freebie from the Stressedmumsclub. It's a very nice emergency tracker, but at the minute I don't need it. This is another one that I bought. I can't remember where I got this from. I'll have to have a look. But it's a rock, paper, scissors challenge, and then there's a dice somewhere with each one on. I haven't started this yet, but I would love to start this. So hopefully we get something for a roll the dice one day, maybe, that we can budget towards that. There's a Save the Bees. This was one of the first ones I've got, so I'm reluctant to get rid of it. I've never actually once completed it. So we started that the other day when we got a roll the dice that went to it. And then once it's completed, it'll just be allocated somewhere else. And I'm also going to get rid of this 2025 one here because I've got this 2025 one there. And then we've got our penny saver, which is adding up very, very nicely. So the last time we did it, it had £34.10. And in my penny jar, which is here, we do have quite a bit to go in next time, and they all go in here. So we've got a £2 tracker and a £1 tracker. Now the £1 and £2 don't go as part of this. Don't know why I've never done it as part of this. I just haven't. They're separate, so they go in there, and I've just recently made trackers that are in there with it. But then I've also got one for my copper and my silver. Now the silver one's getting really full, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do next with them. Yeah, so that's that. The ones I'm not really going to go into too much detail about. I've got 3 different binders that all have birthdays in there. This one is for my nieces and nephews. I've then got one for the parentals, and then I've got one for me, Ross, and the siblings between us. So, yeah. Now, the only other change I'm going to make is I had a situation where I'd made some stuff, cash stuff in binders, and I had 2 slots left. So I've done a dashboard and a tracker for the bakery that we like to get things from, called Cakes by Nancy. It's bad when you've got to have a tracker for a bakery, isn't it? But we just really like having things from here around Easter and Christmas. And also I'm going to order my birthday cake this year from them. So it'd just be nice to have a tracker for them. They are really, really good. And yeah. So I'm going to get an envelope for them. Let's use one of these envelopes that I've just moved the tracker from. I also need to make some new roll the dices for my challenge binder, because now I've not got as many in. I'm not quite sure what to put this one in. It's a bit personal because it's a good thing, so I don't want to put it in his mine. The cooking challenge seasonal, because we tend to get seasonally. Yeah, okay. For now, let's do seasonal, and if I need to move it, we shall move it. But yeah, that's Cakes by Nancy going in there. And then the last thing I need to do, I am hopefully looking at different avenues to make a little bit of extra cash, because I don't like the job I'm in at the minute. Oh gosh, it's not very good for me at the minute. Mental health and everything is declining a little bit with it, so I want to try and make some extra cash elsewhere to hopefully get out of it. Now, it's an A5 binder that I bought. It's very nice. There's some nice A5 wallets in there, look. Very nice. So I have got a couple of side hustles going on. Me and my sister have got our own little business called Get Stuff Lara, where we sell our trackers. I did have a small business called Crafkus at one point, but that kind of came to a stall, and it just, I didn't do it right. I wasn't charging right, so I wasn't making money, I was losing money. So that's come to a halt. But I've got plans to kind of like rebrand and go in a different direction, have an actual niche as opposed to make everything and anything and hope someone likes it. Yeah, so that's that. And I've also written a book that hopefully I will be able to publish at some point this year. And I'm also writing some more books, so hopefully this will be a thing that takes off. So it is an A5 binder. that I am using, and I have made, when it comes off, look, my own little label for my binder. I will be putting some labels on my shop if people want labels to put on their binders. This is not the best vinyl I have used for this job, to be honest. Okay, so I'm back and I got that off. But yeah, so hopefully, this will be a nice new binder. To put some money aside. That'll help me. I do craft fairs. I've just done one which funded part of a debt payoff, some extra spending money for me and Ross, and a nice little date night for me and Ross. And they are thinking of doing another one in June, so hopefully I'll get a good start up from there. My new rebranded business, I'm aiming to open in August. I'm going to really spend my time researching and getting things together as opposed to just, in a rush going for it. Also with my job, August is better for me. So yeah, we'll see how this goes and hopefully I can make something of it. Oh, that's cute. So yeah, this is going to be my side hustle binder. I don't think you can see that properly, but it looks very nice here. It's just different pastel colours. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will be back. I'm not sure when I'm going to post. Weekends are usually better for me to record. So it might be that I post on Sundays in general normally. But I hope this was informative for anybody that wants to start cash stuffing. Any questions, just ask below. And I will be back with some more cash stuffing videos in the future. I get paid on the 30th of every month, which is, or if that's on a weekend or a bank holiday, I get paid the Friday before or whatever. Ross gets paid every 4 weeks, and we do kind of combine our money and do it that way. So it might be that there's a couple of cash stuffing videos a month, and then a couple of videos of me doing a sinking funds roundup. But yeah, I haven't really planned it all out yet, but I'm hoping to be back on here a bit more and in more detail than what I do on TikTok or whatever. But yes, I would love you to follow me on TikTok, which is Pantry Budgets. Mine and my sister's small business is Get Stuffed Lara, Lara. And then also, if you want to follow my sister, because she does cash stuffing as well, her TikTok is Goal Getter Mama. But yeah, thank you for joining me, and I shall see you next time. Bye, guys.